name is Chase Johnson. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and we have used C3 Group several times on some of our large loss commercials and our higher end residential for their appraisal services and their public adjusting services. Their knowledge of the market, of the ever-changing regulations, and their ability to create a very thorough estimate from an understanding of construction and the management of the project.
Hey there, Hailstalkers. This is Derek Klein. We are here in the Hail Palace today, and we're talking about a pretty active August. Got some questions for you guys too, so I think this will be a pretty interactive video, so I'm excited to kind of run through everything today. We got John slaving away back in the Weather Center. Got some big time reports that we're working on right now, so lots going on in the Hail Palace. I don't care if it's August or not. There is so much work to be done right now. It's pretty impressive. So again, getting started, I want to thank our sponsors, the C3 Group. Man, those guys are awesome. If you haven't reached out to them, make sure to give them a shout. You should definitely be talking with them. Also want to thank Merlin Law Group, and check out Chip Merlin's blog that he's got. There's some really interesting stuff on there, just about claims and process and everything in general. So I definitely think that you should take a look at that. And as always, if you're not familiar with our website yet, or it's something that you have questions about, here's a look at it. Obviously, we have the mobile app, and make sure to reach out to us, 855-334-4245, if you have any questions on using our mobile app, or just questions about the service and what we can do for you in general. So again, here to help everybody. We didn't get to do a recap, but we did have a pretty significant, I don't know why I got July 27th, that must have been the last Minneapolis hailstorm, but we've got a pretty significant hailstorm that occurred on Monday. And check it out, I even got us zoomed in here pretty close here. So this is a pretty good looking hail map here that we created across parts of the Minneapolis metro, the second 5-star. This is actually the only metropolitan area in the United States to have 2 5-star maps this year. So that's kind of an interesting stat. Minnesota is also the second state to have 2 5-star maps this year. Texas has 4, and Denver has 1, and Pennsylvania has 1. So that's where we're at so far this year. And hopefully we can get some more of the 5-star dance here going. But check out some of the photos. We had some pretty nice hail photos that actually came through with the stats to go along with it. 103,000 houses with 1-inch hail or larger. That doesn't mean 103 were hit with this. You guys got to keep that in mind. I see some people, oh, no, complaining. This is what we're talking about. This is the damaging hail, but the 103 is with the 1-inch or larger. If you have questions about how many people were hit in these little purple blobs or in the red, give us a shout. We'll tell you all that information. We're here to help you guys, so feel free to reach out. But check this out. Boy, nice, clear. You can actually see the little balls inside of it, how everything kind of comes together and merges in place. This is interesting. This, typically from what we found, is actually pretty hard hail when you can get this. And so what you're actually seeing is you see super cooled ice balls that actually merge and slam together. So you got water that's super cooled, they hit, they automatically freeze, and then it's actually being coated because of the up and down movement. It's being coated with ice around it, which actually encases it and makes it even harder. So, and these hailstones are actually freezing from the inside out, which is a little bit different as well. So there's John Dye, said he's doing his supplement boot camp, headed to Minneapolis. So if you're in the Minneapolis area, you might check him out. He's got a couple openings, so maybe check that out there. Little shameless plug, I guess. John Dye throwing that in there, but we'll help him out a little bit. All right, so look at this. Was it hard? That looks pretty hard. I see some busted out windshields, lots of damage. Check out one of the most impressive things. Look how much hail is actually laying on the ground back there. That is a lot of hail laying on the ground back there. And here's another picture. Now these hailstones look a little bit different than the one behind it there. You can see a little bit whiter. And this poses the question, so throw them in here. I want to see your comments on here. Is white hail, so when it's real white and cloudy like this, is this hail soft or hard? Which one? I want to see what your take is on this, okay? So we're doing a lot of research right now across the country on soft and hard hail. What is actually soft and hard, and then how do storms actually produce that? And so we've already made some pretty big breakthroughs. We haven't released those yet, but we want to get your take. What do you guys think there's a difference between soft and hard hail? So post in the comments. If you think this picture was soft hail, I want to see you just post soft. If you think it was hard hail, just post hard. So So Brian's got soft right there. Who else? What do we got here? So let's see what everybody's saying here. Be excited to see what everybody thinks on that. Now, taking a look here at the forecast going forward. So this is for this afternoon, and I did hint at it. We have a really active pattern right now. So we had Monday the significant hail in Minneapolis, but we also had yesterday we had some really big hail across parts of North Dakota and South Dakota, and that was very, very interesting to see as well. And so we actually made a 3-star map for parts of Bismarck. So that was very, very interesting to see. Look at all the comments coming in here. Soft, echo top's not high enough from Brian. Nice takeaway there. The more white, the more soft, just like the ice from Miguel. That's awesome. So good stuff. And we're actually doing some pretty cool research on this. And so we're going to have some cool stuff for you. So keep them coming. Keep posting them in here. And here's a look at our forecast for today. This is for Wednesday, August 7th. So you can see we're going to monitor 3 different areas. That's what I'm talking about with how much activity is going on. This is very unusual in August. The first area is right in here. This typically, we're going to see this more up in this part of the country. So to have it coming all the way down almost to the Oklahoma border, pretty unusual. And we're going to see possibly some pretty significant hail late tonight. And it could come as far east as the Kansas City metro. So it's going to be very close to the Kansas City metro. And then earlier in the evening, we could have some storms even around Wichita. I think we're going to see more isolated storm development this afternoon across parts of Wisconsin. I would say the eastern half has the best chance of hail in Wisconsin. And then it looks fairly active. We'll see how this pans out. So a lot of times it's hard to actually see when we actually get hail in the Northeast. A lot of times we get more wind than we do hail, but the storm mode looks pretty favorable, at least initially, to produce some severe hail. So I would not be shocked to see hail up to golf ball size, maybe even 2-inch in diameter across parts of the Northeast. That includes New York, Pennsylvania, and I really like Washington, D.C., Baltimore area. I think that could be the hot spot. Yeah, Ryan says he needs some in Maryland. I actually think that Maryland might be one of the better spots in the country this afternoon. So let's break it down for you, though. Let's take a look at it here, exactly what we're talking about. So again, 2 different areas of thunderstorms across the Midwest. We've got early afternoon thunderstorms that develop right up here, and then late tonight, and this is really even more towards tomorrow morning, you can see the thunderstorms fire across parts of Kansas and Nebraska, and those sag off to the southeast. We actually have a complex that's moving across Missouri right now, kind of made the air more stable across parts of Kansas City, but left an outflow boundary. That outflow boundary could fire severe storms later this afternoon across parts of Wichita, but then later we're going to actually watch for more storms. You can see them fire up and then move towards the Kansas City, in between Kansas City and Wichita, we'll say, in the afternoon. And then we've got our late afternoon thunderstorms across parts of Wisconsin. We head over to the Mid-Atlantic, watch as everything kind of fires up here. Look at all these. Some of these more isolated storms, they don't last very long, so we only have a couple-hour window, it looks like, where the hail chance will be highest. And I think it's, again, right in here. We'll watch them fire up here, loop through right here. These guys right in here. Those guys look pretty impressive. So New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Maryland, I think, has the highest chance and also the chance for the largest hail. Again, only a couple-hour window, though, as we go through this afternoon. And as we break down that window here, here's kind of what we're thinking. So this is for Kansas City. Again, the Kansas side probably better chance than the Missouri side, but we're cutting threads there on trying to break that down. But hail up to the size of golf ball is possible. That would be probably our max hail size. I think the bigger hail stays back to the west from Kansas City, but the chance of hail is about 15%, so 1 inch or larger. Chance of us making a 3-star map or greater in the Kansas City metro area, we're going to go at about 10%. And again, timing expected after midnight. This is going to be a late night, probably even closer to sunrise tomorrow morning in the Kansas City area. But we'll be live tracking these storms as they occur. So we're going to make sure that everything is tracked and watched for you. And then again, Washington, D.C. over to the Mid-Atlantic area, so Philadelphia, New York City, kind of in that area. Max hail size up to 2 inch in diameter. And we're going to go about a 15% chance of hail and about a 15% chance that we make a 3-star map across the Northeast or the Mid-Atlantic this afternoon as well. So chances are there, and it looks pretty good. So we'll see how things pan out. Obviously, hail's got to hit something in order for it to be active. And we continue the active pattern tomorrow. So we're going to have the front draped across basically the Midwest. So we're talking right now, I'm thinking south of Chicago, maybe south side of Chicago, and then basically all the way up into the Cleveland area, into upstate New York. We're going to be watching that area. Hail up to the size of golf balls as possible there. And then we're going to watch storms fire late in the afternoon around Denver, where we could have, again, hail up to the size of golf ball. Right now, I think Denver, maybe just to the east of Denver, so a little bit more like the setup that we had last week, where the hail kind of developed, had some small hail maybe in Aurora and parts, but mainly it was just off to the east of Fort Morgan, Lyman, in that area. But we'll watch if things kind of change just a little bit. I think if the storms can kind of slow down their eastward progression, I think we could have some stuff in Denver too. So we're definitely not shutting the door on Denver for tomorrow. And again, that's Thursday, August 8th. That's our forecast. And so that's kind of what we're expected. Here's a look at the projected radar. So again, you see the storms fire in Illinois first, move all the way across, and actually earlier in the afternoon, here are those storms across parts of New York. So again, a nice wave of severe thunderstorms possible across the Midwest, from New York all the way back to Illinois. Again, extremely rare. It doesn't, not unheard of, but it doesn't happen a lot in the month of August. Then as we head into the Denver area, you can see lots of thunderstorms break out, but typically, or most likely, it looks like the best thunderstorms are going to happen off to the east, and so that looks like where we'll see our highest coverage of severe weather. So as always, that's our forecast. If you have any questions or comments, throw them in the post. We'll make sure to check those out and try to answer those questions for you and let you know what we're thinking based around your questions. Make sure to follow us, though. If you want to get alerted to these updates, just click on follow and click see first, and that'll make sure that Facebook will actually alert you, not allowing their algorithm to block out when we go live. And as always, if there is live storms or live coverage, we'll be there to take care of that. Ways to get a hold of us, give us a call. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. We've got them all covered, and we're posting lots of good stuff on all of those platforms. And as always, our website, hailtrace.com, and via email is also a great way to reach out to us. So hope you guys have a great day, and let us know how we can help. Take care.